Once again with you, like at every St. Regis, at every sunset. So if you will ask what is this, why are we doing this, what's happening here, what's going on, why do we have sparkling wines, we are opening with swords. It is going back to the Napoleon Bonaparte, famous French general, he even became the Emperor of France. So you know, back then they used to love drinking champagne like us, like everybody. And you know, they were attending lots of battles and wars. And you know, we have some etiquettes at the restaurants that we are applying right now. You should open the safety cap. You should remove the sticker of the bottle without making any noise. Back then they were not caring about this. They were just drinking to celebrate or to drink to get drunk. And you know, like when they were sad. And you know, they were carrying their sabers with them all the time. And to fasten up this process, the opening the bottle process, and add this action, a bit more drama, they were opening their bottles with their sabers directly. So if you will ask again more questions, like what is the connection between Napoleon Bonaparte, we are in St. Regis, it's an American brand, Napoleon is a French ex-emperor. So it's linked with Miss Caroline Astor. She was a part of founder family of the St. Regis, the Astor family. Back then when they moved to New York and when they were building the brands, they were showing up very big parties, dinners and banquets. And before they start these events, they were making speeches like me. They were talking about what's happening in life, what's good to share, what they can talk about, what's the good news. And they were using the same method as Napoleon Bonaparte to open their bottles. So we talked a lot about Napoleon. To keep his memory and the tradition alive, he said champagne, victory, to earn